warthog. Look at that. I think I'm going to have some stern words with James, putting stones on tortoises. It's naughty, James. Oh, this is wonderful. This little warthog is very relaxed, very comfortable with us being around here. It's a young one. You can see it hasn't really got large tusks yet. It's a young female. I wonder if there aren't any others around that perhaps we haven't seen yet. It's unusual to find a young female by herself. Just have a good look here. You can see that long white hair on the side of her face, and that's to deter predators. It looks like she's actually got very large tusks if they do look quickly, and that is one of the defense mechanisms, obviously those tusks. But you can see she's got very small tusks at the moment, but with that long white hair, it looks like she may have really sharp, bigger tusks. So predators usually think twice about hunting these warthogs because they are powerful and they can do some serious damage with those sharp tusks. But it is very interesting to see her by herself. And have a look at how she's feeding, getting that snout and that mouth right down to the ground. They feed on very specific grass shoots and roots. So all this little greenery that we've got coming through at the moment is perfect for the warthog, and they love feeding on all of this grass. Interestingly enough too, the warthog are indicator species, which means they will show us or indicate if there is something going on, and what they indicate is drought. In times of a serious drought where you've got no food left, the warthog are one of the first animals to start dying. This warthog actually looks in good condition, and it's because of all that green grass that has come through over the last 2 weeks or so. So if your warthog population is healthy, generally the rest of the animals will survive. They'll lose condition, but one of the animals to die first in a drought is a warthog. Oh, that's interesting. Just urinating over there. Ray wants to know, are warthogs dangerous? Ray, I wouldn't consider them to be dangerous. I mean, if I had to jump out now, that warthog would run a mile, and they'd be very, very skittish and nervous of us. But what happens, and let me see if I can find a termite mound. Let's have a look over here quickly, Ray. Let's leave that warthog. She's moving off. Lovely to see her though. But I want to explain something quickly, Ray. Give you an idea of why I say they're not necessarily dangerous, but potentially can be. So if we have a look at this termite mound, just over here, let me jump out quickly for a second. Now, Ray, what happens is the warthogs, they burrow in these termite mounds, abandoned termite mounds. They use them as den sites or places to rest and sleep. So they'll go down in the evenings. Now, if I have to have a walk over here, so there is actually a hole on the side of the termite mound. You can't see it from the angle, it's just on this side. I'm just going to have a quick little look here. Yeah. So when you're walking through the bush, if you come across a termite mound like this, you never actually walk in front of the hole. And the reason for that is because what the warthog do is they actually reverse back into the burrow so that those sharp tusks are sticking out. And what happens is if they feel threatened, if they come across or hear anything threatening around the front of the burrow, all they do is they shoot out. So because they've reversed in, they're able to come out very quickly. Now you can imagine if I'm walking here and this warthog comes straight out the burrow, they'll easily break your legs. They can, I mean, they're so powerful. And with those sharp tusks, they'll cause a lot of damage. So always, when you're walking through the bush, never walk in front of a termite mound, or not a termite mound, but a burrow, any burrow, because you never know what's in there. And if there's a warthog in there, you can do some serious damage. And as I say that, I'm going to head back to the vehicle because I see some buffalo staring at me. They've just wandered through the bush. We'll show you them now. And there they are. So you've always got to be aware when walking around. Even when we jump out the vehicles here, just have to look very carefully. One or two things are snorting at me around here, and I think there's a zebra up ahead. Have a look straight down the road. The zebra are alarm calling at me. Just gave a little snort. Let me jump on.